Welcome to the Dardish show, man.
Thank you, man.
I'm really excited, guys, for today's episode. I'm with the one and only Mohammed Aqua. Welcome.
Thank you, Habibi. I have no clue what are we gonna talk about, so this is spontaneous for me.
Guys, this dude is an inspiration for me when it comes to content creation. He's been in the game longer than anyone I know in Kuwait. And he still creates content that I absolutely love. Really stands out, really unique, and really pisses a lot of people off. Welcome to the Dardish show, a place to sit back, relax, and enjoy a good conversation. So let's just jump right into it, man.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
So let's take it back, for example, when it comes to content, and what made you think, what made you start creating content? What was the first?
Well, it was the idea came when we were so sick of traditional, typical, TV series, Kuwait TV series, and the drama scene and all that. We don't see what we like to watch, right? For example, all of us watch American movies, man, American series, whether Hollywood movies, anything, man. And you look at the way they're acting and the way they do it, and they're like, this is not us. I mean, we did TV for a while. I did TV.
Really?
Yes, back in the day, 2004, 2000 until maybe 2008. We did TV for a while. Fanoon TV. When Fanoon TV started, they called us to make, those bumpers on Fanoon when they used to have like bumpers between the show. They wanted us to create a campaign.
Okay.
And the main reason the viewership got high on that channel is because of those bumpers.
Wow.
People waited for them between the shows, just to watch those bumpers, because it was the whole team of Shiniyani. Before doing Shiniyani, we were together and we delivered all of those bumpers for them, and it worked for a while. But then they didn't want to. They thought it was expensive because you're like, come on, there's no props, there's not much production. Why is it expensive? And my answer was expensive because we're giving you content, creative stuff that nobody ever done before locally. I'm not gonna say that locally, nobody ever done that.
And when was this?
This was back in 2004. They're still available online. If you go to YouTube and you type Fanoon bumpers, you're gonna see a whole bunch of them, maybe like 100 skits.
Wow, 100.
Yeah, they're small. They're like,
all right.
30 seconds, 40 seconds, 1 minute. Like some of them are like maybe 1.5 minutes. That's it.
It's interesting how you say they thought it was expensive. I mean, creativity is very hard to price. It's tricky, right?
Well, here they evaluated based on the production. What do you have on set? And give me a star. Who's the name? Like a famous name. But when you bring people like us, we're not like TV stars, and they're like, why are they asking for too much money?
Yeah.
That's the thing. So I thought, and khalas, let's move on. This is dead. TV is dead. Let's create a channel on YouTube that we can film and deliver all of our ideas that we had before and put it here. I mean, there was some of the stuff that we did on Shiniyani, that channel. It was already written. Like I wrote it when I was in Fanoon.
No way.
Now, it never saw sunlight because they thought it was extreme. It was, that's a taboo. We don't talk about this. Blah 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 blah.
Curious,
blah, blah.
which ideas got somewhat maybe rejected, or what did they usually reject Fanoon? Yani? How extreme?
Well, Fanoon now it's dead.
Yeah.
It's long dead.
Yeah.
Khalas. When they first started, it was really good, and then it just went down. But remember that Shiniyani, we did that Ya Sabay تبي تشوف ديج فوق السطح. I actually wrote this in Fanoon. I was like, let's talk about
حمامة ترقص مع That's so great.
I wrote that when I was in Fanoon, and they're like, no.
Guys, if you guys don't know what Shuniyani is all about, you have to check them out. Shuniyani is a channel on YouTube. When did Shuniyani start, and how did you guys get together? That's the question I always ask myself. I mean, all of you guys are amazing and creative and crazy, somewhat.
We were together. Like
Really?
we were always together, but we never had the chance to like sit down all together and do it. يعني فنون we were together, but then we got separated. Everybody went and did his thing after we were done with فنون. And I think Shini Yani idea came to me when I was like 2011, right after the first stand-up comedy show that we did, me, Bashar, and Ahmed Shimiri. And it was a great success. It went on for 3 days. Desman Diabetes and Turkan.
Wow,
Yeah.
3 shows.
Yeah, 3 in a row. It was sold out.
Wow.
We didn't really expect it.
Was it in
honestly.
English or in Arabic?
It was 50-50, like 50%
Really?
English, 50 Arabic. And it was a great show, and I thought like people loved it. People wanted more, and they were asking us, like, Andy, open up, don't be shy, say what's in your head. The audience were very helpful. So after that, I sat down and I told Bashar and Ahmed, I was like, listen, let's make a channel and film everything that we wanted to do back in Fanoon and make it happen. And they're like, okay. We talked to the rest of the team, and we sat down together, brainstormed for a while. It took us about maybe 4 months of just writing stuff and sitting down and like thinking how it's gonna look like, what do we want to deliver and all that stuff. And it happened. 2012, it was the first video.
2012.
Yeah.
Wow. So it took you guys 4 months of preparation, because the videos you guys create are not, I mean, the production is amazing, the acting is amazing, and yeah, I think it took time, right? And especially if everybody is in an age where they might get married or they're busy, right? So
Well, that's what happened actually. It was like
yeah,
like Bashar got married, Ali got married. We had Ahmed was already married, Hamid Najjar is married. So like I think half of the team is actually married with kids. Yeah.
so yeah, content, yeah, it needs time, right? Needs your mental attention and focus at least. Yeah, I need to think about. Do you think so? Like when it comes to creating, because I believe in consistency. If you want to create something, it's you're gonna have to build trust, right? If you watch Game of Thrones and they promise you in 3 months they're gonna drop an episode and they stop, it's kind of tricky.
Well, yeah. Well, not to compare, of course. Nothing. يعني. But you know what? For me, it's I don't really think so much about it. To me, it's what I see. I feed on the society, man. Like the wrong things that I see, and that's what inspires me. The anger inspires me to do this.
I really believe that. I really truly believe that. When you say you don't think, I mean, I see it in your content on Instagram. I mean, it's something that just, I don't know. I mean, like 2 days ago when you posted that video, he was driving at around like 5:30 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Bilfarij, and he just basically checks if everything's okay.
Neighborhood watch.
Neighborhood watch. You see that? There's a name for it. So everything is good, guys. You guys are safe. You could sleep. And you see him walking around with his car. And he's all camoed up. If you see him walking around, this dude, he's camouflaged. You won't even see him coming, man. Yeah, man. So these skits really make me laugh. And the posts. Let's talk about social media, man. Let's talk about your Instagram account, bro.
Nothing really special in my Instagram account. I'm just a guy who posts whatever comes to my head or the things that I like to do. I just share it.
And that's what I love. You don't overthink your content,
No,
bro.
I don't.
Especially the bigger you get, people like overthink their content. And I see that you're literally the same dude.
Well, because there's two type of people, or two types of I don't know. I don't even call myself a public figure or an influencer or a celebrity. I don't call myself any of that. I'm just me. But people who have a lot of followers base or fans or whatever you want to call them, man, they are very careful of what they post or what they say, because the followers are the source of money. To me,
It's not a numbers game.
no, it's just another number. A follower. I mean, somebody told me, and I've had this comment so many times where people like, "Oh, unfollow. I'm like, unfollow, ma salama, go. You and the rest of the followers, I don't care about any of you.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm this harsh with people. I'm like, none of you means anything to me. I didn't get any 1 KD from you.
That's very true.
Yeah, so you don't owe me shit.
That's
Sorry.
very true.
But other people or other celebrities, the money is coming from these people.
They have to please them.
Exactly. You have to be a joker. You have to be a clown. You have to be, the righteous guy.
Wow. That's
in front of
very
these
true.
people. But to me, it's not a big deal. People, if you like it, watch it. You're welcome to stay and you're welcome to go away, man.
That's amazing, man. I mean, it needs a tough skin to be able to do that and not care. A lot of people care, especially since we build up and create this digital personality or persona of us that we're gonna have to live up to, right? So you see these people that create this personality of them being righteous, like you said, or a public figure, and then in reality or in social situations, they're not able to live up to that standard, so they get social anxiety and they're not able to best be.
Yeah, a lot of these people literally lives in front of the, camera. This is their life, man. If you take this away, they have nothing. If you pull the plug of the internet, they're gone. Nobody's gonna remember them. In 2 weeks, that's it.
Wow. It's very interesting, though. I mean, it's very interesting, especially now in Kuwait. The influencer scene is just exploding. Also, when it comes to teens, like young guys and girls that are getting into the space. How do you think it's affecting them psychologically, man?
It's setting up a standard, or look. I mean, if you ask kids nowadays, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be famous. That's what he wants to be. That's the only answer you're gonna get. I want to be famous. All right, you want to be famous doing what exactly? And they're like, I just want to be famous. It doesn't matter. But if you ask kids 15 years ago, 10 years ago, what do you want to be when you grow up? They might tell you, I want to be a police officer. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a doctor. Want to be an engineer. That's dead. Kids now look at these people like they're idols. And that's what I'm against. I don't like this because how could you convince your daughter or your son to study and get a degree when they can tell you, but all right, look at this girl that she doesn't have any degree, or this guy didn't even go to school, but he's making thousands of KDs.
Wow.
You see, this is wrong.
I never thought of it that way.
Look, it's not that I'm saying, oh, I'm pissed off because they're getting paid. No, I'm pissed off because the rest of the good people are not getting paid enough. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
All right, this guy, anybody, a guy, a girl, or a fashionista, whatever they call them, a repost, which is, like a software on your phone. You just repost, like, bam.
Yeah.
That's it. And they ask for 1,000 or 500 or 400, 600K for a repost.
Wow.
I'm sorry, nobody deserves this amount of money.
Wow.
But it's not about the companies are paying them because they want viewership, they want followers. So these guys are based on their followers.
Numbers. Yeah. But the thing is, you don't know the after effect. I'm sure you hang out and you know a lot of people that do have numbers and do make money from these and do try to appear a certain way. But like you said, as soon as this is gone, they are gone.
Yeah.
Like some of them are literally based on their appearance. Like there's no message whatsoever when it comes to their entire influencer status other than how they look.
No, nothing, man. I mean, look, if I were in their spot, method, if I was in their shoe, and I'm getting paid all this money, you would lie. You would have to lie. If somebody tells you, all right, this blue pill makes you lose weight in 5 days, you will lie. You have to lie because you won't get paid if you don't. So I don't believe whatever they sell, anything that they sell, I'll just block it. If they say, oh, it's the Kuwait book exhibition, but I'll never go there. I've actually boycotted all of those because they bring these people and they give them status, not just money. Have all the money you want, man, but don't give them status. Don't make them someone that the people listen to or ask their opinion on such and such. It's ridiculous. It's getting out of hand, man.
And do you think it's the people's fault, or is it just an era or a phase that we're going through as humans or as a society?
It's people's fault, and I would say also corporates as well.
Corporates.
Yeah.
For paying them that money.
Yes.
For direct marketing.
Exactly. And most of these big companies, telecom companies or banks or whatever, they always come and say and talk about our social media responsibility. Our social media responsibility. Is this your social media responsibility? Is to pay these people? When you talk about we support the youth and we support Kuwaitis and we support Kuwaiti kids, and I don't see the Kuwaiti role models. You know what I mean? Where are they? I mean, they are there. There's a lot of Kuwaiti doctors, Kuwaiti engineers, Kuwaiti
entrepreneurs.
People, exactly, into sports, who raises Kuwait flag all around the world. But they don't give them enough support. Why? Because they don't have too many followers. Their numbers are not as big as the fashionista.
And are those numbers real? Because,
well,
it's tricky, man.
Some of them are.
Some of them are.
Some of them are. You could tell just from like going through, and you could tell some of them are. But these corporates, they lie when they say social media responsibility, and then they just want to sell.
Yep.
They don't care. They don't care about the social media responsibility. If they did care, and I had a talk with few of these people, Annie, who run in the marketing departments of these companies, and like straight flat. I'm like, shino hada. Is this the social media responsibility that you always promote and talk about? Come on.
And they know it deep down.
They do. And I'm like, listen, man, you have the power because you have the money. So you have the power to create your own Kuwaiti hero, your own Kuwaiti role model. It changed the mentality of the people.
Yes.
And the answer was like, we're not here to educate people. At the end of the day, we're a company, man. And we're making money.
Yep.
So it's not my part to educate people.
Or to fix whatever's happening in
Exactly.
society. That's very true. I mean, I know a bunch of influencers that I think personally are doing good or influencing people, in my opinion, better than others. I don't want to say the right way, but better than others. So in your opinion, what would be someone who's actually giving back to society? Because I know a bunch of people that created events and created things for Kuwait. I don't know what's the agenda behind that. It could be like a reverse psychology kind of thing. But I somewhat see some of them being actually genuine. We could talk Abudka, we could talk Faiz Sultan, we could talk people that actually are influencing the youth and supporting them. We could talk you, man. This dude, he supports the youth on a level a lot of people don't know. Behind the scenes, all right? Like when it comes to the music scene, when it comes to this right here, right now. I barely know this dude. And he came and he agreed to do this interview. So, I see you as somebody that's actually influencing people, even if the masses don't know it yet, even if you don't show it on social media,
No, I don't. Look, man, it's like, it's do good comes to you. That's it. Yes, but khalas, do good and good will come to you. Yani, out of all the advertisements that I posted on my Instagram, I only maybe 2 companies or 3 that I actually charged, because it's a company that has a system, employees, capital. But yes, pay. But small businesses, home business, I never charged a penny Even shops, like some shops, they come like, do you post this for me, please? And I'm like, okay.
It's just a button.
Exactly. It is literally like you said it, just a button. That's it. Bye. Salama. And a lot of my friends go like, you're wrong. You should get paid for it. I'm like, money is not my thing. You know, like, alhamdulillah, I'm doing okay. I'm all right. I would, for example, there's a famous app. All right, it's an app on the phone for deliveries and stuff. They called me, I think, 2 weeks ago. And they said, we want you to act in a commercial that we have, and it's for you, and it's the only person who could do it is you. We want you in it. I'm like, okay, no worries, I can do it. He's like, all right, how much do you want for it? I'm like, 1,000 KD. You're like, okay, good, khalas, I'll talk to them, blah, 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 I'll talk to the crew and the producer, and I'll let you know. Came back to me, he's like, I'm sorry, but it's only 500 KD, Aqua. I'm like, sorry, 500 is not gonna do, it's 1,000 KD. He's like, yeah, well, the budget is this. I'm like, listen, man, just with all due respect, it's not about the 1,000 or 500. I could do it for free. I don't need wala KD, like I'll do it for free. Only in one condition. Nobody else gets paid. No, it is true. Yani, I know for a fact that
that's funny.
before this TV commercial, this commercial that they're gonna do, they did
for a big delivery company in Kuwait.
They did few with big names
and paid them a lot of money.
Paid a lot of money. Yeah, when it comes to me, we don't have budget. I'm like, sorry, man, it's 1,000 KD. You came to me asking for.
And filming is a full day thing, and it's not like a couple of minutes and leaving. No, I mean,
that's the thing. I would do it for free if everybody's doing it for free. But do not downsize me. Yeah, and it also happened with a big company. One, they called me in for a commercial, and they told me, Nabi chidi. I'm like, all right, 2,000 KD. They're like, oh man. I'm like, okay. A while back, you brought someone. His only talent is hada.
Best.
That's his only talent. That's what he's known for on social media since he came out.
Wow.
That's the only word he says. Shinu hada. That's it. An older guy. They paid him 2,500 KD.
Wow. And these guys are not actors, man.
No, he's just a dude. Like he's somebody's uncle.
Somebody's uncle.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I don't think there's any rules yet or standard, Danny. It's still so vague. Some people are underpricing, some people are overpricing themselves, some people don't even know how to price themselves.
I guess it's the hype. It's the hype.
At that phase.
At that time, everybody was talking about this guy. Oh, did you hear him? He said, Ya khara, shino hada, ya khara. Oh, let's bring him. But of course, it's a TV commercial, so he did not say Ya khara, shino hada. He just said, shino hada.
Wow.
He got paid 2,500 KD. And when I asked for 2,000, with all my history and the shit that I've been doing, and the materials I always give you, it's too much.
Wow. I want to talk about Silsila Boom Ajal Gumbula.
That's like back in the day, man. That's probably the first thing that I ever did.
A lot of people don't know that you did that song, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know.
I know that.
Yeah?
Yeah, because
Was it intentional for you to be behind the scenes only?
It wasn't like this. It was never intended to go viral. Never.
Really?
Yeah, no, man. It was never intended to be viral. I mean, me and DJ Crow back in the day, Hassoon, we were just messing around. And the first time we actually recorded the song, it was in 1999. Not 2001 or 2000.
10 years old. Wow.
Oh, it was more, man. Yeah, 1999. That was the first time it got, between the guys in the Duania and the shisha place. Cassette, yeah. Even the second time we recorded it, because the first one got lost, so we had to record it again. It was, I think, 2001.
It got lost.
Yeah.
Wow. Just like that.
Just like that. And that one just went viral.
The second one.
Yeah. I mean, everywhere, dude. And I was in Iraq in 2004, and I heard an Iraqi kid singing that song.
What were you doing in Iraq?
I was working with the U.S. military back then.
Okay.
And I heard this Iraqi kid singing that song, and I'm like, do you know this song? And he was like, yeah, I know it.
You didn't even know it went that viral, huh? Because if you think about it, such back in the day, how would you know if something went viral, or how can you measure statistics? So that's tricky, huh?
If anything got famous before the internet and before the downloads and before all of this, like social media, then it did 100 times better than what an artist can do today. Because think about it. You just said it. There's no statistics, but everybody knows it. Michael Jackson. I mean, you got kids in Africa who doesn't have enough to eat or drink, and they know who Michael Jackson is.
It's very true.
So yeah, he sold billions or millions of copies.
I was talking to a friend yesterday about this. Like nowadays, you can't find an Einstein. I mean, there is Elon Musk, but I mean, because of the networks and so many of us now. Because back in the day, we didn't have these connections. Like scientists couldn't really communicate with each other 100 years ago like they can today, right? So people can't really stand out now as much as they used to. In my opinion, I think now it's very tricky. What do you think?
Well, I think it made it a lot easier for people to, like, no, I'm not talking about arts or or comedy or I'm talking about anything, man. If you have anything that you want to share with the rest of the world, now it's easy because you have a platform at this device in your hand, and it will spread.
Yep.
So, and it is it's a lot easier for you to get access to information that you didn't have before. Like I've learned how to play music from the internet.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, I've learned how to play guitar, the drums, in early internet days. I'm talking back in late 90s.
Google.
It wasn't even Google. It was Yahoo. It was before YouTube. There was something else. I forgot what it was. There was no because YouTube came in 2005, by the way, or 4.
LimeWire.
Yeah.
It was 4.
It was stuff
5?
like this.
Yeah.
Peer-to-peer softwares and stuff like this.
Yeah.
So now it's.
But what do you think of the entrepreneurial scene in Kuwait lately? And
that's really, I don't know, man. Specifically, you have to tell me what exactly in which industry, because most of the industries that I've been seeing is specialized coffee shops, and khalas, please stop. I mean, I think we need more bars, like a little less coffee places. Because if you think about it, most of these people go and they sit in these. It's supposed to be a social experience when you go to these specialized coffee shops. But think about this, man. People here are not social with each other, especially with strangers. They don't talk. Everybody's sitting there agitated.
Very true.
And the caffeine adds more to it.
Agitation, yeah.
Exactly. So we're like, everybody's tensed up. Yeah. I mean, I used to go to these coffee shops sometimes, and I would strike a conversation with the person next to me. Some people don't take it very well.
That's very true.
Well, and some people look at you like,
why is he talking to me?
Exactly. Why is he sitting too close to my table or too close to my seat?
Personal space.
Yes. I mean, especially when you go and you find these big tables, it's sharing tables. If there's it happened to me once. Some girls were sitting at the table, but it's a public table. It's not your space. It's a stool. Basically, it's a bar. And I sat not right next to her. I left the chair empty between me and these girls. Suddenly, they just stopped talking and they all like looked at me. And then they were like whispering. Then they moved.
I think they just don't know how to talk. I mean, that happens.
You don't
to me.
have to talk. I'm not here to strike a conversation with her. I didn't even look at their faces, man. I was so busy with my iPad.
Yeah.
I was working on some emails, but they didn't like it. At the airport, here once, and this happens everywhere else. Any airport or any place in the world, it happens. All the tables were busy. All right, and I had my tray. I wanted to eat my food, and there was this one guy sitting by himself with no family, no wife, nobody. It's just him.
Makes perfect sense to go.
So I was like, "Excuse me, can I sit here?" And it took him a minute to. He's like, I'm like, "Do you mind if I sit on the table with you? Share the table because there's no other." He's like, "Yeah, okay."
A minute.
Yeah, it took him a minute and he was like confused, like, why is this guy sitting next to me?
You see, I like explaining this to people. Like when I sit with them, like I want to tell them, you see, I know it's uncomfortable or it's awkward for a stranger to come and talk to you, and it's okay for you to react that way. But, bam, 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 for future references, it's okay for you to approach people you don't know. Especially when it comes to dating, man. Like dating, and it's crazy. Like the old school dating back in the day when you used to tell a girl, I'll take you out next Monday. From now until Monday, there's zero communication. Maybe a house phone here and there, but other than that, that's zero communication. Now you get to know them online before actually, more than you talk to them face to face.
True.
And it's tricky. I like Mohammed Aqua. I'm not going to tell him I like him straight away. I'm going to go and stalk his Instagram account for the next week. See exactly what he does on a daily basis. Does he reply? How do other people reply to him?
Yeah, because we're not in an open society. We're not in Europe or a Western culture where if I like a girl, I'll just walk up to her and be like, hey, hi, how you doing? If you do this here,
yeah,
you'd be like, nah, what?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
So that's the only way. I think this is the only way to do it, because otherwise it's gonna cause a scene.
Yeah. But also it goes, all right, so dating, let's switch to cyberbullying since it's close. I'm sure you've had your good share of that. We were talking about a post before the podcast that just the comments went crazy.
Not specifically just that post. Just in general. I look at it this way. I dislike, I wouldn't say hate, but I dislike a lot of people on social media. But I'd never, ever go to a person's page or watch his content and give him a bad comment. Yeah. Because in the first place, I would never follow a person. I find these people randomly and explore, or, somebody sends you a video, but I don't follow these people. But even if I did, if I had to say something to you, I'll say it in your face, because I'm not a coward. So you have to understand that these people who talk shit behind the keyboard warriors, they're just keyboard warriors, man.
I like that name.
And they don't have the guts to face anybody in real life and talk to him in the face, because they will know their place. And I've had it so many times now where I tell people, all right, I'm here. In front of people, I'm like, I'm right here. Where the hell are you? Come and whatever you're saying behind the keyboard, come and say it in my face. And they'll be talking like bad words. But I don't answer with bad words. I'm like,
nasty, huh?
It gets nasty, like too nasty. But I go like, you know what? I'll save my energy when I see you. So if you're a man enough, please.
Please!
And nobody ever shows up. Nobody ever showed up. I had this one guy, man, one time only. I brought him to the police station. Not because I wanted to see him, not because I wanted money, or, now if somebody talks shit to you, they'll end up paying like 5,000 KD.
What?
Yeah. You can, 3 to 5,000 KD. And, but my case was not
depends on what
money.
they say, Yanni.
Yeah. how bad it is.
How
But he
bad
was real bad. I mean, he was nasty. He was like, you are not a man. You're a Palestinian. You're such. You're such.
Oh my
you're such.
God, huh?
I'm like, okay, I'm a Palestinian, and you're a tough Kuwaiti guy. Please come and teach me some manners. I'm right here, man. All right. Here's my phone number. Give me a call and let's sit down and talk. Maybe you like me after all, maybe, or maybe you could teach me manners. Maybe I could be more of a man and less of a faggot if you taught me how to live.
That's funny.
And
Maybe
he
you'd
refused.
like me.
Yeah, and he kept on, and I was really playing so nice, just because I wanted to see him. He refused at the end, and I'm like, all right, apparently you're afraid and you're a coward and blah 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 blah. So the guy gave me a call.
Really?
Yeah, he called. He was like, this is me. I'm like, okay, great. We're really improving here. Yeah, that's really good progress, right? Please come. And I wasn't threatening. I didn't give any threatening tone. I was very mellow, relaxed
Subtle.
because I wanted him to come.
That's crazy.
I was trying to pull his leg, and he said, "No, you're like as dirty as a dog. And even if I beat you, I don't want to get myself dirty and get my hands dirty with you." I'm like, okay, man, listen, you left me no option. I hate to do this, but I'm going to go to the police station and I'm going to report to you so they can bring you and I could see you face to face. And he's like, do whatever you want. And he hung up. And I did. I went to the police station. I'm like, 1, 2, 3 happened. They're like, okay, if you want to press charges against this guy and go to court, we'll have to send you to the electronic CID department. But if you just want us to bring this guy here and talk some sense to him, then we can do that for you. I'm like, yes, please. He's like, are you sure you don't want the money? It's good money. I'm like, I'm not here. Yeah, the police officer, I said that. He's like, it's good money.
Wow.
I'm like, no, I'm not interested in the money. I just want to see this guy and talk to him. He's like, okay. They called him, he answered, they told him to come down to the police. He's like, what's wrong, what's this? He's like, come down here and you'll know what happened. So he told them I need an hour to come. So they told me, yeah, you can come back, or we'll call you back when he gets here. And they did. After 1 hour, they called me back, and I went down to the police station. This dude was sitting in the room, so I walked in, salam alaikum, salam. The officer told me, please sit there. I sat in the opposite direction, and I thought he's going to be 18, 20, tops. He was like mid-30s.
No way.
Yeah, not a young guy. And the officer asked me, like, do you know this guy? I'm like, nope. Have you seen him before? I'm like, never. And he asked him the same question. He's like, do you know? He's like, I told you, I know him from because he's famous on Instagram and YouTube, blah, 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 blah. He's like, have you ever met him in real life? Have he ever done anything to you in real life? Have he threatened you? Have he talked shit to you? He's like, no, but he makes bad videos. That's his reason. He makes bad videos. At the end of the day, man, I was like, whoo,
oh my
not worth
God,
it.
man.
Yeah, I was like, is it worth it? I mean, you came all the way from Jahra.
Wow.
All the way from Jahra to come here and tell me that you didn't mean it, that you were angry.
Oh, he meant it.
Oh, I know he meant it.
But that's effort. That's energy.
Dude, when he heard that he's going to pay money, because the officer told him, I mean, this is an evidence against you, and you will end up paying him 5,000 KD because of his bad videos. And then he changed the story to, oh, I was angry, I didn't mean it, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you remember what I told you on the phone? I just wanted to sit down with you so you can repeat whatever you said in my face, man to man. And I am a man of my word. With all due respect to the officer, me and you, let's walk outside
and talk.
And then he's like, see, he wants troubles, he wants to fight, he wants to make problems.
Oh my God.
I ended up laughing.
I don't see any other better way of handling this situation.
I was laughing.
You're literally giving this dude a chance. You were talking him through the entire process. But it does, يعني, إحنا as we go through our days, man, And in reality, forget social media, all right? If you go to the gym, you see whatever, you hang out with friends, your entire day, people don't tell you these things in reality. And people can't, while you're in the elevator, somebody next to you tells you something that's really offensive. You know what I mean?
That
happened?
No. But it's funny you mentioned the elevator, because we grew up here in nobody ever gave us a menu or instructions how to deal with strangers in the elevator. It is. I mean, it gets awkward.
Very awkward.
Yeah, especially if it's a male and a female. And I've witnessed my share from this.
Oh yeah?
I got yelled at.
Yelled at?
Yes, for entering the elevator. Well, she was only her in there. In a mall.
By who? The security dude?
No, a lady. She was in the elevator. I pressed the button, doors open. I took a step in and she was like, what? Where رايح? نعم.
What?
And I stood there. I froze in my place. I'm like, what did I do?
This should be on camera, bro. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy.
It happened twice, dude.
What?
Twice. At least the other one did not shout at me. The other one was like, excuse me. Can you please wait? Take the next one.
That's crazy, man. I heard the exact same story, but the lady was with her husband. And her husband didn't allow a friend of mine to enter the elevator. And my friend was this big Russian dude that was about to beat the crap out of this dude.
Oh, he should have.
Just because of him not allowing, he literally pushed the guy, held him back. And he was with his wife. It's tricky, man.
Yeah,
You're right. I mean, you were saying before this podcast that we're just going backwards, and these little things really do make you.
Oh, you talk about censorship and all that stuff, man. Yeah, we are going backwards. Like now, look, the laws are clear. There is a law for end censorship, but leave the law on the side. It's not important now. What's important and what makes the rules are people. The how do you say? People on Twitter, when they start talking, this is bad, this is that, and then that's a new law. That what happened with Eddie Griffin.
What happened?
Same thing. We were Gaz events. We're gonna bring Eddie Griffin. Until some of these big bearded mullah guys, they're like, oh, he's attacking Islam. He's making fun of Islam.
He's an atheist. What a Shaychi, right?
He's not an atheist.
Do they have this power, these mullahs in Kuwait? Do they still have this power? I mean, we're seeing music events happening. I mean, what's up with...
Apparently, if they get the info before the show, yes. They can cause a scene because, the Ministry of Interior does not want to be questioned. Why did you let this guy in? Why did you make this? Why did you make... But if you make it on the hush side, it's okay.
Hush what, man? It's a comedy show.
I know. I'm just like, don't create a big fuss or a scene. That's how it is.
That's crazy. Is that one event that just got shut down, or before you guys tried something else bad?
No. For Gaz events, that was the only time. No.
And people still can't dance in shows? Music?
You're not allowed to stand up in shows, not dance.
Stand up.
You're not allowed to. I mean, if you want to have a concert, a band playing, it's one of the rules that the audience must be seated.
It's a written rule.
Because if you're standing, you could probably do this.
And you do not want to do this. Don't be seen doing that, Mohammed.
No, man, seriously. I'm like, and they'll send people to watch. If any of the audience gets up and start, shaking or something, they'll have people just like, sit down. And if a lot of people did that, your show will get canceled because they make you sign a paper before the show that says, here, there, therefore, I certify that this and this and this and this and this will not happen in my show. But if some people wanted to it up for you, they could. They could, just by dancing. Your show's canceled.
Wow.
It's not your fault. What, you gonna babysit? Everyone? Exactly. All right, even if you hire, that's what we do usually. I mean, when we hire bodyguards. Like maybe 5, 7 of them. People get up to dance, the bodyguards are like, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Talk about the entertainment factor, man. If you're going to a concert and you're not allowed to move, not stand up, move, literally. You can't do this. I don't know, man. That's very limiting. It's weird. Do you think it's because they don't want to open doors? They're afraid. What's the worst that could happen? People start grinding on each other. I don't know.
Well,
can it get nasty? Can get nasty.
Well, people have been grinding on each other since ages in all the chalet parties and all the and buildings.
But in front of society, no.
Not in public, though.
No. I'm a good person. It's very tricky, man. Also, when it comes to Yani, I used to work in somewhat a government sector, right? And I used to work with these dudes that used to have double lives, man. It's very tricky. You see them married, happily married, but they do some crazy shit behind the scenes, man. But in front of everybody else, they're this angel. And for me, I don't know, man. I'm not saying that I'm an angel, but hypocrisy is common. So what are your plans, man, for 2019?
I never planned ahead, man.
Yeah?
Really never planned ahead, or this is a new year resolution, and never done that. I don't really put things that I want to do on a list and think about it. I just let it go and live,
And is Gas Events yours?
No, it's Mohammed Ibrahim.
Mohammed Ibrahim.
Yeah, I just work with him.
You work with him, so you help him with the creative side.
Yeah.
Nice. And let's talk about content creators in Kuwait, man. Are there any?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like any of them here in Kuwait?
I don't really follow much people when it comes to content, but I would say I follow useful accounts. Like, for example, it's somebody who's talking about technology. Somebody who's talking about things that I'm interested in, like phones, music, computers, gadgets especially. Yes, I follow.
You love your gadgets, huh?
I do.
Were you always in love with these gadgets?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Anything tactical is means to me. I'm like, I want this.
Nice. Like a toy, huh?
Yeah.
I agree, man. You should give yourself permission to play as you grow old, man.
But I like to see more content like what you're doing right now. Like real content. You know what I mean? Like something that just says it out there. We can't say this. We don't want to piss this off. We don't want to. No. Let's please stick to the script. This is good.
Yeah.
I like to see more of this.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks, man. And I appreciate you doing this and talking openly. We were talking before the show about what we were supposed to talk about, and I honestly don't want to have any structure. Let's just see what comes out,
See how it rolls.
Yeah, so what's next for Shuniani? There's nothing coming out soon?
There is. We're actually still filming a few skits here and there, but it's there's no certain time for it. Whenever we're free, available, come on, let's do this. We filmed it. Yeah, there are a few coming up.
I want to create an event, man. Like if I want to create somewhat of a creative event,
For
creatives, I was gonna create somewhat of a studio like yours where creatives can come together and just a place for creatives to be able to shoot. They have the equipment, they have editors, they have, I don't know.
It's like a workspace.
Yes, like for creatives.
Okay.
So
I think there is that place where
we met.
Yeah,
I saw you
right next to it. Rich.
Yeah. New. Yeah.
Isn't that something like this, or?
It's for mostly entrepreneurs, and it's very quiet up there, bro.
Okay.
Like you can't talk. It's a working space, more like of a creative space. I was thinking a space where you have rooms where you could just go in and brand it, whether you're into fitness, whether you're into crazy stuff, and just create for an entire day. And
sounds nice, but I don't know how you're gonna operate and manage and organize, or how to get people to cooperate together on this, and so everybody could benefit.
Yeah. Do you know who I really like when it comes to content in Kuwait? Abdul Latif Saleh. Abdul Latif Al-Saleh, when it comes to creativity, when it comes to consistency, speed, I think he's doing great because a lot of YouTubers, man, I know a bunch of YouTubers in Kuwait that are just, content is like a lot of people think of content as something they have to know what to say next, and what shall I say tomorrow in my stories, what shall I post next week, it's like writer's block. You
see, that's where if you want to stay like this, you need a whole team of people preparing for it. But if it's just me or you or Anna personally, when I have something, some people ask me like, "Oh, you haven't posted anything in a while." I'm like, if I have nothing to talk about, I stay quiet.
Yep.
خلاص, I don't have to be always there unless I have a team.
But do you think that this can be sustainable? Something can this be a job other than being a social media influencer?
It could be, man, because some people, that's their...
And I know creators that are very young and very creative, but they're social media influencers, but they're creative, like Lul Al-Ghattaf, she's really creative. She's good on camera, video, and she's a social media influencer. So do you think, all right, so let's talk to the young influencers or people that are getting into this field. What do you think they should be aware of? Let's just say be aware of. And until you've been in the game and
Well, there's a few keys, man. I mean, look, anything new is always wanted. Like if you have something new, a new idea, a new product, a new line, people would want to see that, It has to be new, creative. And it has to be like, if you notice, man, most of the people who are just themselves, like be yourself. Don't act. Don't try to be someone. Just be yourself. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, then don't. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you not everybody can do it. It's just like acting. Some people have the, it's in their nature. They can act.
Yes.
They're good actors. And that's it. They don't need to go to school or film academy or whatever. They just act. Some people are good on the stage. Some people, they can't do it. Like some of Shiniyani people, they're hilarious, funny, creative, smart, but they cannot stand on the stage. Not everybody has it. So let's be real for a minute. Like, all right, I have ambitions. I want to do this and this and this. But you could be good at what you do. But if you don't have that charisma, like there are some good actors out there, but they don't have charisma. The camera loves you. If the camera loves you, people love you. If the camera doesn't love you, then sorry.
It's not something you could develop. It's something you're
definitely,
born with.
man. I actually told a few people to quit. Stop doing it.
Wow. How did they take it?
Not very well.
That must have been the best gift they've ever.
Not very well, but
I told you, later down the line, they were like, thank God Aqua told me that, man. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Didn't work out, fella.
Yeah, some people just don't see it, man. They just don't see it. They keep trying and trying and trying and trying.
But isn't that how it works? Like you're gonna have to try and try and try until it works?
Unless you change. But if you're not changing, you have to change yourself. Change something in you. You have to change something that you're doing, that it's wrong. But if you can't see it, it's not going to happen. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just, you have to do something about it.
Yeah.
But again, the stage part, no, that is 100% true. Some people have the fear, they have fright, stage fright.
Yeah.
He gets up there, he doesn't know what to say.
Freezes.
Yeah.
What do you think of Shaib, man?
Personally or commercially or what exactly?
Personally,
I don't know the man very well. I've met him a few times.
Okay, what do you think of his work?
It doesn't mean anything to me because the gossip and all that stuff, that's not my thing, I don't watch his. I did try to watch his show, of course, a few times to see what's the hype all about. And I'm like, that's not my thing. But this is not who he is in real life, of course. It's still, Shaib also wears a mask. You can say this to his face too. He wears a mask. He's just a dude, just like me and the others. But of course you have to be like, nah.
So yeah, man, it was very, very interesting talking to you, bro, on a personal level.
Thank you.
Getting to know you.
Habib, thank you for having me, man.
Wallah, man, you're an amazing dude, صراحة.
it's
It's interesting getting to know these people on a personal level out versus what people see on social media, you know. This dude I really like, man. He's real.
I'm very quiet in real life, man. Not what you think on social media. People think there's like, oh, I'm gonna come here and make a scene, you know, like, I'm like, nah, just sit there. If you ask me, I'll answer, and that's it. I always tell people, keep it real. Keep what you have. Keep it real. Be yourself, and don't care what others think and what people think of you. Just be yourself. Enjoy your life. وخلاص عيش وخلي غيرك يعيش. That's it. And thanks, Habibi. Thank you.
Habibi, man. Amazing.
It's been fun talking, man.
It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Watch out now. I'm ready for a good time and I came to groove. The whole band's here and we came to move. Got a fresh haircut and 2 new shoes. We're here all night like we got nothing to lose. I'm coming out the jacket cause we're turning up the heat. I wanna see you clapping when you get up out your seat. It's time to make it happen when we hit these streets. I'm coming in hot and I can't be beat. Watch out now. Baby, watch out now. Watch out. I'm on the move, I'm going up. I'm a man on a mission with no missions and I'm looking for love. Oh, I'm just looking for love. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good, baby. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Last call for some alcohol. And don't forget to tip. The sun went down, but we still rolling. The band's still going, playing all the hits. I guess I'm now too legit to quit. I'm coming out the jacket cause we're turning up the heat. I wanna see you clapping when you get up out your seat. It's time to make it happen when we hit these streets. I'm coming in hot and I can't be beat. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Watch out. I'm on the move, I'm going up. I'm a man on a mission with no missions and I'm looking for love. Oh, I'm just looking for love. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good, baby. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Watch out now. Everybody watch out.